Alrighty guys, welcome back again. 2 videos in 1 and a bit days, just because I obviously want to talk a little bit about the Champions League games that happen, and also talk about the games that are yet to happen, a bit of my predictions as well that I would love to share, and tell me what you guys think as well, because this is what I think. Obviously, we saw a couple of the games with Arsenal winning 7-1, Madrid winning 2-1, Aston Villa 3-1 against Club Brugge, and Lille and Dortmund 1-1. But hey, I think this is the day that everyone's been waiting for, the game day that are the big games. This is where like the big boys are playing. Oh, besides like yesterday's games with the Madrid derby, I don't think anything was as big as this one here, and I want to go to it right now. We've obviously got Feyenoord versus Inter Milan, Bayern Munich versus Bayern Leverkusen, Benfica versus Barcelona, and PSG versus Liverpool. Now, I'm a Barca fan, but obviously the highlight of this will be PSG and Liverpool, the one that everyone's been wanting to talk about. But let's go through them one at a time. Obviously, we've got Feyenoord and Inter, and from what a lot of people think that this game will be a thrashing of Inter is what I've read on Twitter and Instagram. I've seen people go, oh, this will be an easy win. I don't think so. I think if you look at Inter, I think Inter will win. I think it'll be a 1-0 win. Or 1-0 or 2-0. I'm going to, you know what? I'll go 2-0. I'll back the 2-0 win from Inter. My issue is I don't think, when Inter score a goal, they usually pull back a little bit and want to control the game to a certain degree of wanting to make sure that like teams can take shots, but because you've got so many men covering that area, it's very hard to. And I don't think that Feyenoord, especially with, you know, new management now as well, I don't know if they're gonna you know, carry it or win the game. And look, they're not doing too badly, but against Inter, who are a great team, first in you know, in Serie A. So I think for these guys, I think this will be an easier fixture compared to other clubs that are playing in the next couple of days. So I think it'll be 2-0 Inter way. I don't think Feyenoord will score. I think Inter's defense has been phenomenal, and I think it will stay like that. Look, with DeMarco out as well, look, they've got Dumfries. I think he'll be an okay rotation. I mean, that's if he plays. This is obviously a preview. I think he will. But this is what I personally think. Then you've obviously got the Bayern and Leverkusen game. I still reckon this is probably the second biggest game of today. Obviously, Barca and Benfica, it would probably be a little bit less than that. In regards to this game, I wanted to have a look at this. I saw this earlier. I think I could get head-to-head. I think since 2023, when this season was coming to an end, when Leverkusen won, obviously they won the league, but since then, it might have even been, I don't know who was manager there. Let's have a look. I think since Xabi's come, I don't know if Xabi's lost to Bayern Munich. I could be so wrong. Yeah, okay. So obviously that wasn't Xabi. I knew it wasn't, but I thought I'd just double check. But since Xabi Alonso's come to Bayern Leverkusen, they haven't lost to them. Like, they still haven't lost to Leverkusen. So I think this will be a good game. This will be a close game. This will be a big fight. Tactically, the reason why I think it will go Leverkusen's way, and I think it will be 2-1, is because it's not about the players even. Obviously, like, both teams have great players. It's more than the players. I think it's the managers. I think Xabi is a greater manager than Company. I think tactically, I would be more scared of a Xabi Alonso coming at me than I would a Vincent Company. So I would say a 2-1. Obviously, Musiala in the Champions League hasn't been the best performances. I'm sure I'm not going crazy about that when I say this, but I'm pretty sure when I watched his last game in the Champions League, oh look, where was it? Celtic. Yeah, it wasn't great against Celtic. Wasn't great against Celtic again. There was another one I'm sure I was remembering. Look, 28 minutes, so fair enough. I won't judge him on that. But I don't think it's been his best tournament. And then obviously Wirtz, on the other hand, has been phenomenal in every metric, in every style. So I would say 2-1 Bayern Leverkusen. But let's see how it goes. I don't know again where it's going to go, but this is my prediction of what I think will happen. Now, the biggest game of the tournament Personally, I know it's at PSG Stadium. I know both managers have been phenomenal. PSG still haven't lost a game in Ligue 1. My prediction will be Liverpool 3-1. I reckon Liverpool will win 3-1. I think PSG will get a goal maybe later in the game, but with the way Liverpool have been playing, I just think it's still unmatched. I think it's still like I know PSG's obviously been phenomenal, and I won't use the Ligue 1 is a farmers league, but obviously EPL's a larger league, and I think it was Arsenal who beat PSG. I know it was before like they were as good as they are now. Well, look, with Dembele playing in that false kind of nine striking position where he's great because he uses both his feet really well. So I think he's great in that sense of playing in the middle because he can hit both angles real well. But I just think, especially with Van Dijk, Gravenberch, McAllister in those like holding positions, and Van Dijk in centre back with Kanate, I just think the only thing that I could see PSG doing well over Liverpool is their wingers attacking the fullbacks. Robinson, obviously, this season has not been great. Alexander-Arnold, probably one of my favourite right backs. He struggles against real pacey, real coming at you kind of wingers. And if you know PSG, that's their style. Like, they will send men out that way to like attack. With Nuno Mendes and Hakimi, they also overlap so much. They invert. Like, these guys are like the real deal on the wing ends. And obviously, it's going to be a big battle between the midfielders. All through both sides with Vitinha, Ruiz, and Neves, McAllister, Gravenberch, and Szoboszlai. That will be a big head-to-head. But one thing that PSG don't have, and it's this man right here, Mohamed Salah. This guy is peaking. He is so good. He is phenomenal player. I think it'll be 3-1 Liverpool way. Now, Barcelona versus Benfica. Two teams who have faced each other. Two teams where we saw just before the round of 16 or before the qualification stages, Barcelona won 5-4 against Benfica, and it was a tight game. Obviously, Pavlidis scored a hat-trick. I need to ask my brother-in-law, who's Greek, to teach me how to pronounce some of these Greek players' names. Scored a hat-trick against us. Rafinha had such a phenomenal game with the last-minute winner. I think it'll be a good, tight game. But honestly, I know that you're probably going, how would this be a tight game? You walk all over them. Like, personally, where was it? Oh, maybe it was this one. I watched their game against Braga just because I was like curious to see, like, I don't know, it wasn't like a league game. It was more like they used some of their other players. And then I watched the highlights of this just because I was like, look, I want to see where they're at. Personally, I think for the first time since we versed them, I think we'll beat them comfortably. I think it'll be at least like a 3-1, 4-1 situation. I think with a couple of our injuries back as well, I think we've got a team cemented now that we are playing a lot better, with Balde absolutely killing it, with De Jong finally hitting form. Now, would I want De Jong or Caicedo? I think in this scenario, I think I actually do want De Jong, because I think he'll be able to help, in those playmaking roles, in a bit of that coming forward a little bit and driving the whole team forward. I think in that sense he'll be good. This is the way I would do it though. Now, I know obviously I said De Jong would be good, but I think in his Caicedo's form, and I think with how much Benfica like coming and attacking, I think honestly, if we want to stop that, I think when we're winning or when there's a counter, I think we need to go more like a bit like that, into a bit of a 4-3-3 where Olmo drops back a little bit more. But I think the reason why I say this is because they've got Otamendi, who's a little bit slower. I think what will happen is this will come out a lot, where it will be more like he'll be dropping deeper while Olmo will overlap and Rafinha will overlap as well. So I think this is how I would play with Koundé, Kubarasi, Martinez, Balde, Szczesny in goal, Casado, Pedri, Olmo, Rafinha, Lamine, and Lewandowski. That's how I would do it. This is what I think it will take for us to beat them 3-1. That's my prediction. We will not keep a clean sheet because we don't know how to keep clean sheets. But hey, that's my prediction. Tell me what you guys think. I'll catch you guys soon.